All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you for coming back to the Forgotten Working Class podcast. I am Tiffany.
I am John.
And we're the Pendletons. I'm the owner of Arcing Ahead Blue Collar Apparel Line. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking all our social media pages, and coming back to hear more. Today we have Jerry Lucey with us.
What up? What up?
Thank you for coming on.
Of course. Thanks for having me, dude.
Yeah.
So first thing we want to tell you about Jerry is an incredible artist.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
If you look on his Instagram, you'll see some of the amazing work that he's done over the years. And, Jerry, tell us a little about who you are.
Well, I live in Palm Beach County. I'm an automotive paint technician. I've been painting cars and motorcycles for the last 15 years. Basically, I grew up in the body shop business, doing my thing as a kid. My father owned a shop, and I just went there every summer and just learned how to do shit. I dropped out of high school, went straight to the body shop, and that was it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, like your art and stuff like that, tell us how you got into that.
Into graffiti. So yeah. I grew up skateboarding, so it was like I did a lot of like skateboarding in the cities. I took the trains everywhere, so I was exposed to a lot of graffiti at a young age, and I was just super inspired by that shit. So I just knew, like, I have to learn how to do this shit. So I linked up with one of my buddies from Boston, and we started a crew basically out here, and combined with what he had going on up north, and a group of us just started crushing it, and we all got really good. So basically it's been fucking 20 years of this shit.
Is that some of your work behind you?
These are crews. So this is like a tribute wall my buddy Need did for me, LMA, and these are just a bunch of guys that I know. I don't know, I just kind of hang up the friends, It's like my little office shit. I just kind of hang out in here.
So other than like spray painting, what else did you do?
I did custom motorcycles. That was like another art outlet for me. I did like a lot of like 70s style metal flake candy, pinstriping stuff. I'm not a pinstriper personally, but yeah, I did a lot of candy paint jobs and shit like that. That's what made me happy. But my bread and butter was collision, like, fixing car accidents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Now
how have you guys been? Everything good?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
You had part in building a bike that was in a magazine, right?
No, I did a Land Rover for Excelsior Customs, and I'm pretty sure that one is going to be featured, but it's a big job. I mean, this thing, it's a 1994 or something, and it has a Corvette motor. It's like, this thing is nuts. You can see it on my Instagram if you look through.
Okay.
Yeah.
But,
very cool.
Yeah, man.
So you're a skateboarder. You love art, graffiti.
Yeah.
Motorcycles.
Yeah. Always, baby. That's my shit. I can't wait to get back on one, dude. I'm freaking losing my mind.
Yeah.
Losing my mind.
So, all right, let's get into it. Unfortunately, our friend Jerry here was in a horrific motorcycle accident a few years ago.
Yeah.
So much you've been through, Jerry. When was your accident?
It was November 2nd, 2020.
Yeah.
Worst day of my fucking life, dude.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 36.
Wow.
Yeah, 36. Terrible.
I mean, we've followed your journey now. That was a year after John got hurt, and watched everything you went through, and it was totally soul crushing for us to, see what happened to you. Tell us about your family. You're married. Kids?
Yeah, my family, shit, my family is great. I mean, everybody's doing awesome. They've just been helping me. I mean, I've had 3 nurses here the whole time, basically, you know.
Your wife
But,
and your daughters? They're teenagers.
yeah, 18 now, one of them, and then 16. Yeah, I started young.
It's all right. We did too.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So tell us, you want to talk about your accident?
About the accident, how it happened.
Yeah.
I was at the beach. It was a friggin' nice night, and I don't know the way that it happened. I don't remember the night, but I'm just gonna tell you how, like, what people told me.
Yeah.
And then I'll explain, like, when I woke up from the coma. But I was leaving the beach and I came down the bridge, stopped at the light. The light turned green, and a woman was supposed to be making a left turn, and she thought she could make it. She didn't see me, and she rushed across, and I T-boned her and flew over her car. I flew 50 feet. My bike flipped over, and basically her fender went up into like a knife point and gutted me from chest all the way to my heel. Like, I mean, like, took my heel off. My stomach was missing. My leg was just basically hanging there. All my organs were exposed. And then I know my family I was in a coma for 5 weeks, so my family was basically waiting for me to wake up, but they were told from the doctors I wasn't gonna make it past. I had a 5% chance to make it past 72 hours, so it was a 95% mortality rate. But I said fuck that.
You're incredible, Jerry.
Yeah, I said fuck that. So,
Wow.
but then 5 weeks later, I woke up out of a coma. Thank God. I was supposed to be completely blind, but thank God I only lost vision in my right eye. But I was completely lost, dude. I didn't know what the fuck happened. I had, like, nurses everywhere freaking out that I'm awake, and, like, I don't know. It was just like the movies, but, like, from my point of view, it was pretty wild, dude.
Yeah, because you have no clue what's happening.
Nah. You know.
Completely lost.
You wake up. I wanted to just rip shit out, like, but I kind of knew, like, not to, but I still was like, what the fuck? I ripped out some shit though. I pulled out a couple pick lines with my day. I did some freaking gnarly shit in that hospital. I was there for 6-7 months. I had to go from, like, different hospitals. Yeah, man. And it was in the middle of COVID, so I had no visitors at all.
Yeah, when I got out of the hospital, that's when COVID just started. So I got lucky. When I got out, it was like COVID just hit, and it was like, oh.
Dude, I had no visitors. I couldn't see my daughters the entire time.
Yeah.
Unreal. The whole 6-7 months you couldn't see them?
No. The first time I saw them was the first time I entered my front door.
Wow.
Yeah, there's actually a video of it on my Instagram. Yeah, it was incredible seeing them, dude. Oh my God, man. Whew. It was like instant. It was like taking a house off of my chest. It was like instant. It was like what I needed, dude. It was like I was missing something the whole time.
You're a family.
And when I saw them, I was just like, oh, it felt so good. I can't even explain it.
Yeah.
How were they at the time? I mean, I'm sure
they were crying, happy, thankful, and they were at the age where they understand, like, what's happening. So it was like heart-wrenching for them as well.
So crazy. How many surgeries have you been through now?
I did 53. Yeah, 53 surgeries, and then I still have to do like 5 major surgeries.
You pretty much doubled my surgeries.
Yeah.
What's that?
You doubled my surgeries.
Nice. Yeah, I did 53, and then they have to rebuild my stomach, they're gonna amputate my leg, that's my choice. I asked him to do it because I can't take the pain anymore. I want to try to get off of the pain medication. So I'm just like, cut this bitch off, dude. He agreed. So they're going to amputate my leg. They're going to rebuild my stomach. I think they're going to remove my bladder and put a bag instead of a bladder because my bladder exploded during the impact. And it's extremely small. So they're either gonna keep the tube in or take the bladder out, but I don't want the tube in. I'm traveling until a doctor tells me he's gonna take my bladder out because this tube is killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 3 years with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it sucks. I get bladder infections like every fucking 2 weeks, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. How about you, John? How you feeling, bro? Everything good? You look great, bro. It's crazy. He's a fucking beast, bro.
Trying, man. Trying. Getting by.
Fishing? You been fishing a lot or what?
No, man. It's so hot outside lately. This summer's killer. You go outside for 10 minutes and you're pouring sweat.
Yeah, you're telling me, bro. I get to sit in the AC all day.
So, all right, everyone. Speaking of fishing, okay.
I know where this is going.
So Jerry and me, we actually got to meet through Tiffany and his sister. They know each other. Me and Tiffany know each other. His sister reached out to Tiffany. From there, me and Jerry got in contact, started talking about like fish, hang out, motorcycles, everything. We relate on a lot.
Yeah.
So I went and met Jerry at his house. He has a beautiful pond in the backyard. So he's like, let's go hit that. And I was like, yeah. So we get out there. You know, the first day you were in your first time we went out, we were in your wheelchair.
Yeah, the second time I was in my little scooter that my
little rascal scooter. We get there and he's bombing the side of the bank with it. Be careful. He's like, oh, I got this.
Yeah.
Tipped right over on his side.
Well, hard though. I ate shit, dude. I ate shit. And that thing is heavy as fuck, bro. It's like 4 batteries.
Oh my God.
I panicked because I'm like, oh shit, he's on the ground. You know, he can't get up. So and he looks at me dead in the face and goes, hey, get a good picture of this. Get a good picture of this.
Yeah, bro, because what the fuck? You got save of the moment, bro. I'm like, it's such a great photo. I'm laying on the ground with an old man scooter, my fishing pole, and all the tackles everywhere, dude. I was like, fuck. Get a pic. He's like, no, man.
John, please be careful with Jerry in his chair before he left.
What did you say? Careful, like Roadrunner or some shit? And then I just ate shit, dude. Like 2 seconds. He like turned his back, and then all of a sudden, boom, I slammed. That shit was great, dude.
Tip him back up, help him back in the chair.
That shit was great, but bro, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even have gotten out there. And like, you got me that tackle box and shit, so it was like, you motivated me to get back out, so I love you for that, bro.
Get out of the house.
Yeah, man. That's one thing that I don't do, bro. It's hard because, like I said, I bring up this tube all the time. Like, this tube is hard. Like, I'll go out to eat and, like, just sit in there the whole time. I feel it, and I'm like, I just don't want to be, like, I don't want to be anywhere but home, dude. It sucks. You know, but I'm getting past all that. I'm getting past it. I'm starting to feel a little better. I have my ups and downs, dude.
Well, you've also been out and have done painting too, right? You've done graffiti.
Yeah, I paint actually
in your wheelchair.
Yeah, I painted. All right, so I had after I got out of the coma, about 5 months later, I ended up sepsis. I had an infection on the ball of my femur, but before that, I painted a piece in Miami, and then after I painted that wall, I was in a wheelchair and a walker when I painted that. After that, soon after, they had to cut the ball of my femur off. So now my femur is just in the socket with no ball, so it just like bounces around. Like if I sit and it's not in, it'll be like over here, and it'll like, oh dude, it's gnarly. So that had to heal, and then once that healed, I painted a mural for my buddy with a friend in his motorcycle shop, and I took that money and flew to California and hung out with my buddy for a month. I was like, fuck it, dude. I gotta get the fuck out of Florida. But yeah, so I did paint and felt great. And I got a spot at Art Basel this year too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm gonna get to paint this year, and it's a big one, dude. Cause like everybody's been waiting for me to come back. It's been 3 years since I painted there.
When is that?
When is it?
Yeah.
December 3rd, I think, is Art Basel, but I'm painting my piece the end of November, just because I don't want to deal with people. I'm like, the problem is I'm ass level, so if there's a lot of people, I'm sniffing butts the whole time, dude. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, it's fucking horrible. Like, if we go to like Taco Bell or something, and I'm waiting in line, I'm like ass level with everybody, fucked. So I try to stay away from a lot of people.
That's crazy. That's awesome though that you're gonna do that. It's something.
Yeah.
Do.
I'm stoked.
And we've seen. Where's that awesome piece of you smoking the cigar?
That's in Miami, in Wynwood. You can actually see that from I-95, but that's, I think it's like Southwest 6th Street or something. I don't know the exact road, but that's also on my Instagram account. That was my crew went and painted that tribute wall for me, which was, dude, that shit brought tears to my eyes because
incredible.
It's super, super dope.
Thank you. For the thing about that is like you don't just get a spot like that, you know. It's like to get a primo wall and spot like that, they really pulled strings to get that wall, and like there's a lot of people I want to thank for that, you know. So it's like my crew came through. I mean, they surprised me, bro. I drove up and I was like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? Like, what? It's beautiful, man. You guys, it's beautiful. You should definitely try to check it out.
Definitely. Yeah, we've been down there a few times because Jackson Memorial's right there, but.
Yeah, so if it is literally like on 95. So if you're like, I don't know if you're ever driving down Miami, you ever see that wall and if you're heading south that's covered in graffiti on the left side? If not, it's right there, bro. Like, so if you see that, just keep an eye out. You'll see my big ass head.
It's definitely a handsome picture of you.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
So, wow. Jerry's a legend. He's on the side of I-95 in Miami.
Yeah, dog. I mean, I've been on the side of 95 my whole life, illegally.
So, going back to your surgeries, I know it's rough to talk about and stuff, but you're looking forward to actually.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I'm past all the bullshit. I'm ready. I want to start inspiring people, dude.
That's what we're here for, and we're so helping us build this community of people who've gone through horrible shit. Let's make new friends. Let's talk about it.
Hell yeah.
Get it out.
I think it's important for guys like us to inspire people because when I was in the beginning, I was lucky enough to have John here that really talked to me about a lot of stuff, and like it's nice to have that. It really is, like, to have somebody else that's been through this type of shit that we go through, man. It's fucking great.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is that, you know, you hear. I mean, then again, half people don't hear about stuff like this.
Yeah, right?
It's not, you know, it's not on the news and everywhere, and really talks about it. And you got all these guys up there, you know, doesn't matter if you got hurt on the job, off the job, nothing. People are providing for their families.
Yep.
You know, and once you're hurt, you don't really have anybody to relate to.
Yeah, everybody's thing is, oh, dude, you know, you've been through so much already. You know the MO.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you look great.
Yeah.
Like, dude, fuck you, bro. I appreciate all that, though. I appreciate it.
It's, you know,
it's like people just don't know what to say. You know what I mean? And I get it, because like. Before, what was I gonna say? Like, what was I gonna say to somebody like me and you, bro? I have no relation to it, you know. But when I met you, it's like you knew all the right things to say, and I feel like I have those tools, so I want to like pass that on as well, you know.
Do you have any advice for anybody going through some crazy shit like you guys?
Honestly, fuck, man, just try not to think so much about it. I mean, I need to practice what I preach, but like,
it's hard.
It's hard for me.
Try not to think about it so much, and just, I know everybody says day by day, but like, that's really true. Like, I could just tell you yesterday was a horrible day for me, dude. A horrible day. I woke up depressed, sad. Today I feel great. You know what I mean? So it's like, just gotta live day by day, man.
It's hard because, you know, you're not all, you know, especially if you're a woman, a man providing for a family, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, on job, off job, whatever.
Yep.
You're not just dealing with being hurt. You know, now you have to deal with you're not able to provide for your family anymore.
Yeah, dude.
It's rough because
I lost everything. I lost my entire income, bro. I lost everything.
Yeah.
Now, like, on disability. Like, what, bro? Like, me on disability? That's crazy, bro. I worked so hard to get where I'm at right now, bro. I've painted over 10,000 hours. Oh, well over 10,000 hours. And I woke up 5 weeks out of a coma, gone.
Yep.
And the guys at the shop stole all my shit, fucking left. So I can't get a hold of them. Dude, all my good spray equipment got stolen. So I'm basically back to square one, but
let's start all over again.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes, dude, that's just how life is, bro. Like, I feel like now I'm gonna hopefully be able to use this as a way to make a living, you know, maybe be able to travel and speak, you know, and I would love to talk to kids at trade schools and, like, you know, the kids like that I was, like, trouble in school, but really good with my hands, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because those kids, they think that they're never going to make it because they're getting bad grades, but it's like, bro, they don't realize how talented they are, because school's whack, dude. I don't even want to get into that.
That's what I tell people all the time. Like, when they see me starting the blue collar apparel line and now the podcast, like, everybody has talents. You just do what you love. Like,
yeah, you can't be scared. You gotta just do it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love graffiti, and the craziest thing about it is I'm left-handed. In this accident, everything on my body got damaged except my face and my left hand. So I'm like so blessed. I mean, I'm blind in this eye, which makes it harder for me to paint, but my buddies are there and, you know, they help me clean up my work, so it's great.
That's awesome. Wow. The fact that your left hand was spared, like,
fine, bro. I was like, I thank God every day for that, bro. This is the hand I spray cars with. I mean, this arm was broken from, can you see the scar?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like, it goes from here and it goes they glued it. You see the scar? They glued my arm back together. But this is all a rod. This is all a rod. I mean, my right arm was broken in like 10 places. My shoulder was popping out of my skin up here. It was a mess, dude. But my right hand was fine, or my left hand was fine. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Crazy. Small.
Like, it's my bread and butter right here, dude.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to hear that you have goals and dreams still. I mean, you know, you can't just sit here and unfortunately dwell on everything that's happened.
Yeah, that's not, I mean, sometimes I do that, but
yeah, I still do.
Most of the time I try not to.
It's hard.
It is hard, dude.
Earlier, everything is taken from you and stripped right from you.
Yeah.
Not only from it, you know, day one, now you know, it's like,
you feel like an infant. Remember we were talking about that? Like, you feel like a baby, bro. Like, you literally, like, I like, this sucks, but I literally had to wear diapers, bro. Like,
yeah,
real shit. Yeah, like, I went from a man to a baby overnight. and I'm like now working my way back up to a man.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude. But once I get this, the step back for me is this tube. But once I get this tube out, I'll be, and then the prosthetic leg, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to drop in at the skate park.
So
maybe
what's
paint easier. Huh?
At the skate park. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. At least a little something, you know? I'm not trying to like do what I used to do, obviously, but
no, I'm gonna get you
the win.
I'm gonna get you that Bubble Boy outfit.
The what?
The Bubble Boy outfit.
Yeah. I need it. Shit.
You can drop in all you want. You'll just roll afterwards. Good, man.
I would do that now.
No, the fact that you even want to do that is fucking crazy. It's so awesome. So
Yeah,
inspiring.
I can't stop.
So what's the reason that you have to get your leg amputated?
Just the pain, man. I mean, it's when I first woke up, I had they were gonna amputate it from the hip because
Oh damn.
they couldn't save. It was just bleeding and they couldn't save it. It was a mess. So they finally came back and they're like, we're able to save his leg. But I had no feeling from the hip all the way to my foot. Slowly, feeling came down to about my shin, and it stopped. And I have no movement, no feeling, nothing in my left foot at all. It just kind of is in my way. Recently, I'm literally just getting over breaking my femur. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah.
I broke my femur, like in the midst of all this. Because this foot got in the way. I can't feel it, and I literally like tripped over it. So it has no feeling except nerve pain, dude. It feels like someone take like one of those metal hairbrushes and is just beating my foot with it, dude. Like literally at night, I cannot sleep. It sucks. So I went to the orthopedic for him to look at my femur to make sure it was okay, and I was just like, hey, can we amputate this? And he's like, I mean, yeah, if you want. I'm like, yeah, I want it gone, bro. It's like, I'm just done with it, man.
So how far?
They're going to take it off at my shin, so I'm going to lose my tattoos.
You're worried about your tattoos.
Yeah. My foot's useless. Like, honestly, I've already come to terms that my foot is useless, bro. Like, so I could care less about the foot. I'm ready to get back on my feet, yo.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm glad
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, we're glad that you're in good spirits about it. I mean, this is something you're choosing. You want to go on with your life. That's commendable, you know?
I feel like it's the only way because I'm just worried about phantom pain. I'm worried about the pain that when the foot's not there.
It's real.
Yeah. That's what I have now, basically. You know,
mine's on like a smaller scale because when I was in the hospital, this ear was like, you know, charred. It was burned so bad. They kept telling me for like the first 3 surgeries that I was awake for. You know, they were like, "We're trying to save your ear. We're trying to save your ear," and they would cut a little bit off, and then cut a little bit off, and the pain in your ear was excruciating. I told them the same thing. I was like, "Next surgery I go into, cut it off." And they were like, "Cut it right off. I don't even care. Don't need it."
You know how I feel, dude.
So then they cut it off, you know, and I was like, "Oh, let's go."
How was the pain? Was it like shooting nerve pain into your brain, or was it just in the ear?
Yeah, it was like just, and they told me in the hospital, they said, you know, near your ear pain, the nerves in your ears are, you know, it's really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, when they cut it off, it was like,
gone. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like if they cut my foot off, I'm gonna be like, like almost getting a tooth pulled or something, bro.
Yeah, I have to say, like, I don't want to embarrass you or anything, but like, even through his massive head surgery where they took his lat muscle from his back and used it as a flap, he was in more pain from his damn ear than you were from your head.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I mean, man. I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm like,
a phantom limb.
It's a nerve-wracking thing to talk about or think about, like, as a man having to take your foot, or even, I'm sorry, as a human being
Yeah.
Having to worry about your leg being cut off is just
Wild.
It's like, I have to go there, set the appointment, and he's like, oh, you're going to be out in an hour. You're going to be home in an hour. I'm like, it's like, what are you going to do with it? Like, can you, like, cremate it, and can I keep, like, a little box? Or
You have to put it in a jar.
right? Like, wouldn't that be dope if I had, like, my little foot in a fucking box? That'd be sick. I did a lot with this foot, bro.
You know, that's something that we talk about too all the time is you guys lived your full lives and then this happened to you. It's, you know, you're learning as an adult how to live like this.
You've come to the conclusion that you know if I take it off, that after I deal with it being off and go through, you know, the pain you're going to have to go through to mold it for the prosthetic and everything. But once that's done, it's going to help you in the end. You're going to be able to stand on it. You're going to be able, you know, you understand that. Most people would be like, why? I'm taking my foot.
All I'm thinking about is like, I'm trying to just think about, I almost think about my body as a car because I'm so good working with cars and I know what needs to be done. And I'm like, the leg's got to go. Let's get rid of it. Let's put it like, you know what I mean? It's just like, the body is so close to mechanical. It's ridiculous, bro. Yeah. So once that's off, I'll be a true pirate. True pirate, bro. I'm ready.
Are you going to get a little wood stump?
Yeah, fucking A, if I can. If I can, I am.
Your optimism is amazing.
Thank you. Sometime.
I can't imagine how hard it is and it's been, but it's truly awesome to hear you talk in this light about it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You've mentioned a couple times already here talking about, you know, you coming out of your coma.
Yeah.
Do you remember your coma?
Yeah. I remember. I mean, yeah, there's a lot. So it's like
the full details.
I had crazy ass dreams, man. Like, I can't even begin to explain. My dreams were like morbid, like real bad. I don't know why, but I had like the dreams. I would be at like a party or something, right? And everybody there wanted to kill me. And if I would be trying to hide and like if I tried to talk to somebody, they couldn't speak back to me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Or like just weird shit like that, like robbing banks and like being a victim in an armed robbery and like hiding. Like the whole thing was like just me hiding, but
it was terrifying.
Yeah, like the whole time it was just like morbid fucking nightmares, bro. Like I can't even explain how bad they were.
What's crazy is now, in any of your dreams in your coma, did you ever like have a hospital setting?
No. Oh yeah, actually I did.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, I did. Yo, you know what? I thought
that
you say that because I'm like recently now been like thinking about it. I think that's when they like turned down the shit. Yep. They turned down the meds to where you're like halfway in and out, bro, because I remember laying and seeing, like, I was at, it's so strange, bro. I was at McDonald's, bro, in this dream, but the people there had nurse outfits on. And it was like a mix of McDonald's and hospital. And dude, it's mad weird you said that because like just the last few days I was like, damn, they must have been turning my sedation down.
Yeah. So
because I was totally like, the fuck?
Half of my nightmares were in like a hospital setting. Like,
yeah, because that was probably when they were turning your sedation down.
You know, one of them I was strapped to the bed.
Oof, yes, I was same with me, bro.
Terrible dream, but in real life, now I was strapped to a bed and I didn't even know it.
Yep.
I think the worst thing in the coma was realizing, I don't know if you had this, but in mine, towards the end of my coma, I realized in my own head, it's weird to say that you're stuck in a dream. And now you're in your own head telling yourself like, hey, wake up. My thing, I thought that I was going to be late for work.
Yeah, see, I was a lot, like, I felt like the dreams were so real. Like, I thought I was really there, bro.
Yeah, my thing in my head was like, all right, you're dreaming. It's all dreams. It's all dreams.
Yeah.
Dreams. You have to get up because you're going to be late for work. So I kept telling myself, kick Tiffany. Kick her. We're laying in bed, kick her. She'll wake me up.
Yeah.
But it never happened. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm fucking stuck in my own head. What do I do?
Yo. Yeah, that shit feels very weird, dude. Yeah. And I always wondered what coma was like as a kid. Like, I was like,
I never want to do it again.
You know, what would that be like, you know? But there was a time where I swear I went to heaven, dude, like for real, for real. I don't know if it was when because I died, I flatlined 3 different times. One of them was on at the scene of the accident. The police officer brought me back, but there was one time where I was fully awake. And I remember walking. There was nothing there. It was just white. Like there was no floor, nothing. But I looked at my arms and all my tattoos were gone. And I was like, where the hell am I? And I heard like water flowing, like rivers and waterfalls. But you can't see. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
And then right as I'm like, whoa, like I could breathe. I had asthma like my whole life. And I could breathe so good, and I'm like, I didn't know I was dead. I didn't know I got in an accident or anything. I was just wondering where the hell I was. And then once I realized I was like somewhere else, I went back into those gnarly nightmares that we were just talking about.
Yep.
So when I woke up, I was like, when I woke up and they're like, you were in a bad motorcycle, because right when I woke up, they start telling me right away, you were in a motorcycle accident. I don't freak out, you know what I mean? And dude, it was like, right when I woke up, I'm like, I went to fucking heaven. That has to be what happened, because that was the only time I was really like alive. But if I was in this bed the whole time, where the hell did I go? Plus I had no tattoos. I mean, I'm religious, you know what I mean? My family is very religious, but I'm not like the type of guy to go to church every Sunday or nothing like that. I'm just telling you that happened to me, dude. And when I found out that I died, I was like, oh, I definitely went there. There's no doubt. Because there's actually a documentary coming out about my story. Yeah. And the officer that saved my life gets interviewed, and he talks about how he felt no pulse, and he did compressions and brought me back. But I couldn't imagine being him, dude, because my stomach was wide open, bro. My intestines were not even attached to my body. And this dude is doing CPR on me, like, what the fuck, bro? This shit's nuts.
How does it feel like when you get together with him and you know?
Oh, he's family now. I love him. He's my boy, dude.
He's a good dude.
He gets a hug every time. You met him?
Yeah, I go to the gym with him.
Yep.
He's in there. He hasn't been there for a couple of weeks because his schedule changed. So
yeah, he's the only cop out of all. There was 4 or 5 officers there. He's the only one that went up to me to see if I was. They all thought I was dead, so they didn't even check my pulse. And he showed up and then checked my pulse and was like, "Fuck, this dude's alive." And that's the reason why I lived. And the other reason why I lived is because social media blew up so hard that because I was. As much blood they were pouring in was coming out. So it was like they ran out of blood at the hospital. As soon as they posted that I needed blood, there was a 4-hour wait. So that saved my life. They kept just putting blood until they fixed the spot. They had to put a coil in. My aorta burst too, dude, which is automatic death, and it clogged itself. So
watch for motorcycles, everybody.
Yeah, for real. Watch for motorcycles. Yeah.
You know, we used to ride and we love riding, and it's just
Florida's got you crazy.
It's crazy.
Unless you're riding like towards the West Coast,
Yeah, it's a combination of both. I was pretty wild back then. I mean, it was only 3 years ago, but I've learned. I mean, obviously learned a lot since then. You know, when I get back, even if I have to ride a trike, I'm getting back on the road. But I'm saying I'm not gonna ride at night. I mean, it was 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday night. I got hit by a lady that was going to a party. So it's like, if I was just home with my family, this shit wouldn't have happened. You know?
Just that's crazy, unfortunate situation.
You know, it's if is easy to say. You know, if I wasn't there, I would be.
I know. But dude, there's a lot of factors, bro. Like,
it happened.
You know, if I wouldn't, like, maybe if I left the light a little bit a second earlier, a second later. And the messed up part is, I'm not gonna go into detail about the woman, but you know, she was driving without a license, and she was with her friends that had a license. They were behind her. She could have rode with them, but she chose to drive, and you know, this is the result. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy. You know, I wouldn't have met you guys if I died. I wouldn't have. So much would have happened. I made my daughter's sweet 16 by a. I can't even tell you. I was in the hospital, and I said, I don't care. I'm leaving this hospital. I'm not missing her sweet 16. I literally left the hospital, went to the barber, went there for like 2 hours, and went back to the hospital, bro. I made the sweet 16. That was my first goal. Like, that was the first goal. Like, I don't care if I die right after that. I need to make that sweet 16.
Oh, there he is. Can you hear us? Your mic quit working.
We're having technical difficulties, everyone. Bear with us. We'll see if we can get them. It's bound to happen. Oh.
Nope.
Hello.
There you go.
All right. We lost you for a second.
I got a phone call. I know how to fix it, though. My bad.
That's awesome that you got to make it to her sweet 16.
Yeah, that was very important to me. Very, very, very important to me.
I love looking at all the pictures of you smiling. Seriously, I know you have your hard days, and if you guys go on his Instagram, you'll see his story, who he was before this, since this. But I love pictures of when you're with the family smiling. Like,
thank you. Now we're planning my youngest sweet 16, so I'm gonna be at her soon.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Those girls are lucky to have you.
Yeah, they love me. We love them too, man. They're such good kids. It's crazy.
It's hard. So, I mean, like, what you guys have been through just as men, but then you throw kids and a family into it, and everybody's affected.
Yeah, it gets rough.
You know what, though? I got to tell you, my kids have stepped up, man. I got to be honest. They didn't rebel. Like, they totally stepped up to the plate. It's pretty wild, man.
Awesome.
Pretty wild. Well, I know when I was their age, forget it. I was a wild boy.
My son, all he knows, he's lived most of his whole life now with my scars. So that's all he knows. He doesn't really remember.
He won't even see them.
Any of that.
It's like tattoos, bro. My kids don't see my After a while, like, my buddies got face tattoos and shit. I don't even see them, bro. That shit goes, you know. Once you love someone, bro, that shit goes away.
Yep.
You know?
All right, Jerry. Well, we appreciate you coming on. Is there anything else you can tell everyone?
I'm good. Just check out my Instagram. I always post updates about how I'm doing and, like, you know, appointments and what's going on next. So,
what's your Instagram handle?
Jerz, JERZ_LMA.
All right.
You guys can, I don't know if you can put a link under there or whatever, but we got a documentary coming out soon about this story. We're still filming doing a bunch of filming, so I know it's taking a little while, but it's gonna come out soon.
So awesome.
Good deal.
All right, guys.
Thanks
All right.
for being on.
Yeah.
I'll talk
Take
to you.
care, everybody. Keep your head up.
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
All right, yo.
Thank
All right,
you,
man.
Jerry.
Later.
All right.
Bye.
All right, everyone. That's it for today with Jerry Lucey. Such a sad story, you know,
Crazy story.
crazy. We
Wild.
all have our families, our children, and you go through something like that, a motorcycle accident. It took nearly everything from them. It's been 3 long years for him, recovering 50-something surgeries. He still needs a crazy amount. He's actually looking forward to having his leg taken.
Yeah.
And that's just mind-blowing. Like,
Well, it just shows you when you're in that kind of pain, you're ready to be over it. If that's what it comes down to, cut this off. I get it. I understand.
but we're so grateful for our guests who have been on the show, and we look forward to hearing from more of you. If you have a story you want to share, if you've been injured, or you're out there working every day away from your family, we want to hear what you're doing. Like, John can't work, Jerry can't work. There's so many others out there that can't work right now that are bored, and they want to know what's going on in the world.
Yeah, reach out. We want to hear your story. We want to hear what you've been through. Tell the world, because not only it's not just a story. It's a journey that you have conquered and are conquering. If you're still going through it, like, most people in the world don't understand what you've been through. Okay, I can't say I know what you've been through for most people, but I can relate on quite a bit. So it's good to voice it out there and talk to people that have been through traumatic experiences just like you.
And those who are still working, men and women working, away from your families. John worked 80 hours a week most of the time. There was things that he missed. You guys are out there busting your butts for your family, and we appreciate you. So again, if you have a story to share, you want to come on the podcast, please find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, now here on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Thank you guys for coming back. Please subscribe for more.
Have a good one.